If you can see over my shoulder, we get the best acoustics. This year we're meeting in a bedroom with chairs stacked up, and everybody can give a wave to Vinod Shetty from Mumbai.
I can see you, okay.
Mumbai! So Vinod, I don't want to take a chance to have a clear connection with you. Could we quiet, please? To have a clear connection with you, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to start, even though we're a little early if you're ready. Just because we've lost your connection so many times in the past, you never know if we'll have it in 5 minutes. Are you good? Are you good to go now? Why don't you tell us what's happening in Mumbai?
Mumbai, basically, we're working in Dharavi. We're trying to work with, as you all know, that rat pickers of Dharavi and the children there. The community center is doing very well. In fact, the latest news is we've just recorded a program with MTV. So we are going to be on MTV. The kids, they've just done a program with the children. It's called Sound Tripping.
Oh.
Radio with me. You can hear me, right?
Yes, you're going beautifully. Loud and clear.
So Sound Tripping is a program where they record sounds of the recycling industry, and then they mix sounds with two different bands, and our kids are one of the bands, and that's going to be aired one of these days. I'll inform you when this MTV show is on, but the kids enjoyed every minute of it. And just before that, we had the international head of Visa visiting with the entire CSR team into Dharavi. It was a very interesting team. And, they are trying to work on financial inclusiveness. So they wanted to know what are the financial practices going on in Dharavi. And they were shocked to know that some of our members were paying 10% per month as interest to money lenders for small amounts like 35,000, 40,000 rupees, which is not even, less than $1,000. So on this kind of money, they can only get this loan at 10% interest per month. So this was shocking for those officials that just around, because Visa is somewhere in the BKC Bantakurla complex near the American consulate, and Dharavi is a stone's throw from there. So just down the street, this kind of practices are going on where poor people are paying high rates of interest. So we were able to tell them that for the poor in Mumbai, there is no way of getting loans, there is no way of getting any kind of access to banking without documentation, and that's what ACORN been doing there. ACORN has been giving ration cards to our members. We're trying to give them identity cards so that they have bank account to their name. The Union Bank, which is one of the banks, has opened accounts for all our members with a nominal amount of 50 rupees, which is less than $1. They have to open the accounts. This is major victories we've had there. And meanwhile, the Jesuit college nearby has given us the classroom and football ground. So we are holding regular classes for the children. These children, about 70 kids, come to our classes, and most of these kids are not going to school. Some of them even are breadwinners for their families. And we run a mix of classes by our own volunteers. Since we don't have the resources for a full-time teacher, we have classes in maths, in English, in hygiene, in computers, and along with that, we have arts. We have a full-time music teacher there now. The band is called Dharavi Rocks, and the band plays percussion on recycled drums. These kids are not trained in music. They don't have any kind of formal Yes, I can see you, Vic.
Okay. Well, you're doing a great report. We're with you.
You let me know what kind of time we have, so I'll continue.
No, just keep continuing. This is all good stuff.
And the school which is being run today, the Jesuits are helping us, and the volunteers are really involved. In fact, on Sunday they'll be taking the kids for a picnic. That is mainly as a reward for the tests. Those children who've done well, they get to go to the Water Kingdom and have a Sunday at the park and enjoy themselves. And meanwhile, every Sunday we have a football team which plays football from 4 to 6, 2 hours. And this team is doing very well, and there's a lot of demand from the kids that we have a small ACORN tournament there in Dharavi where we invite various teams to come in to play. So some of the kids are also being placed in offices through our volunteers. The kids who have grown up, they are into 17 or 18. Those kids, we are trying to draw them out from the recycling industry, from actually working in the plastics, into becoming, doing some clerical work, so that they get educated computers. And 2 of our kids have been placed in offices, and as they grow up, I think more kids will be placed in offices. Other than that,
tell them about the Blue Frog partnership.
Yeah, the Blue Frog tie-up is basically, Blue Frog is one of the best jazz clubs in Mumbai, and I believe they are rated as one of the top 25 or 100 clubs in the world. So with the Blue Frog, we have a tie-up. We have a platform called the Dharavi Rocks, which is basically a platform wherein the international artists who visit Blue Frog, they come to Dharavi for a tour of the recycling industry. They visit the center, and they also do a workshop with the kids. And this has been very educating both for the kids and for the artists, because many of the artists have never been to the slums in Mumbai, and for them to understand what slums are and what the children are studying is a great experience, because the kids themselves are playing percussion without any musical formal education. So in terms of the platform itself, Dharavi Rocks is now leading band in the Dharavi area, and anybody who is doing any program on Dharavi or with young kids will put these kids on the band. In fact, on the 26th, we are going to be performing at the Bandstand Revival, as well as we will be performing in the MP show. So the kids enjoy this experience. We are also planning to make an international album with all the bands we have done the workshops with. And believe me, these are international well-known bands, right from Colombia to UK to Germany, and the range of music genres are from beatboxing to jazz to reggae, rap, hip-hop. And this kind of range allows the children exposure to world music, which otherwise they would never have access to. So the kids and the artists both have a great time, and we hope to make this album in a few months, and then let's see how it goes.
One of the reasons I wanted you to go through that, we've been invited to a conference about art and organizing in July in the Bay Area. And I've told them that that's in July, so I'm going to talk to you more about this when I'm in Mumbai, but I've asked them if we can feature the Dharavi Rocks and a number of other programs that ACORN India and the Dharavi Project have put together. So start thinking of what you want to feature. I know probably a clip from the film and maybe something about the Blue Frog, but I think it's a chance to feature your work and see if we can get some support for it.
That's fantastic. By then this MTV show will be on, and we can screen an episode of that. That's a full half an hour, 40 minutes of music.
Well, that's great. I almost I almost had them agree to bring you all the way over with me from Mumbai, but then they looked at the price tag and shook their heads no. So I'm glad I didn't raise it with you before they said no, or our hopes would have been disappointed.
That's okay.
But they're going to feature the organizing, so that's still very good.
Yes. And
I want to explain the partnership with all the schools and our recyclers.
Yes. The program Waste Matters campaign which we are running is training school children from other schools, that the schools outside Dharavi. These are some of the privileged schools like the American school, the German school and all the international schools. And they invite us to train their children in waste segregation. So this program involves forming waste management committees in the schools with the kids. And this program runs right from the 5th grade to the 9th grade, where every year the kids are trained. We show them documentaries, we teach them how to make their own dustbins. And the kids, right from the 5th graders, including the American school, they run this program and they segregate all the plastic, paper, metal from the wet waste. And this dry waste which is collected every week on Fridays, our rack pickers, that is the ACORN rack pickers from Dharavi, go to the school and collect the waste and bring it back to a community center in Dharavi. We find this program with the organic in the sense that the kids from these schools take responsibility for us, and by segregating this waste, they're creating livelihood opportunities for our members. And whereas for our kids, they get invited to school to watch the plays. And in fact, what is interesting is the Indian government has just passed a law which says that 25% of kids in all schools, including the most premium international schools, have to be from the underprivileged section of society. So who knows, under this law, our kids might start studying in the American school. So, because they have to choose kids from slums. And since we've been going to the American school so often, they know all our kids and they've been conducting these community social activities with these children. They've been jointly going for picnics, playing games, and we're invited. They've been teaching our kids basketball. So all this would make them more friendly towards our kids, and probably if they have to do this, they may choose some of our kids to study in this school. And the American school is the most elite school in the world today, I believe, where all the state department runs these schools. So these are some of the benefits of working with the schools. And this, the schools have now started visiting Dharavi, and there are regular trips every year by the whole class. The idea of bringing them to Dharavi is also giving them a window to poverty and making them understand that slums are not just places of corrupt crime, but these slums are actually contributing a lot of services and products to the city.
Vinod, I'm going to ask the other organizers from around Canada and Honduras and Mexico if they have any questions for you while we have you. Is that okay?
Yes, perfect. Yeah.
Are there any questions for Vinod in Mumbai about the organizing they're doing there?
How many members do you have, Vinod?
Jill from Ottawa was asking what size membership do we have now in Dharavi?
We have 500 members there, and we had a kind of fail. Our community which was there, we had seen our office. There was a demolition there because of a court order, and nearly about 250 of our members have been dishoused from there, and they have been sent 2 hours away from the slum now. We are in touch with them, and they have been coming, but otherwise we have about 500 adults and 70 kids who come to the school.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Other questions for Vinod? Vinod, I know the last time we talked you had a project that was showed some real possibilities in one of the hill towns. Anything new on that? It was about, I can't remember the name of the town now.
Yeah, the hill station is called Lonavala. It's 2 hours away from the city, and it's a very nice area. There are some 30,000 households there, and we are working as consultants to the municipal corporation, mainly for waste management. The idea is to get them to introduce us to the rag pickers there, and that has happened. About 30 rag pickers who are living in the landfill are being identified, and they will be given identity cards by the municipal council. And while choosing the contractor who will be collecting the waste from the houses, they have put us as a consultant to give them, guide them, and they're doing it with close collaboration, and they consult us for every step.
I'm hoping we get a chance to visit up there when I'm in town.
Yes, we can go there. We can go to Lonavala.
I think that's an exciting possibility for us. Any other questions for Vinod? Vinod is still in his office. He works until 8 o'clock at night, so we're catching him right at the end of a long day. So, Vinod, I'm so glad third time is the charm. We finally got you on the
Yes,
site.
yes.
So I'm going to go ahead. There don't seem to be questions, and Kenya is in the queue to come next. So I'll talk to you soon.
So best wishes from Mumbai and Dharavi from all of us, and have a great meeting. Okay, Wade, and to all of you all, do visit Mumbai sometime in the future. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Vinod.
Bye. Bye.